Good evening. It is great to have you with us as we near the end of another week together. And we begin tonight with that powerful moment in court today, the judge in the Ahmaud Arbery case. Today, he sentenced the three men in the killing of Arbery in Brunswick, Georgia, all of them facing life in prison. But the judge had to decide whether any of them deserved the chance at parole decades from now. The judge in court carefully choosing his words, sharing his own thoughts, what led to his decision. At one point, reminding the courtroom that Ahmaud Arbery ran from that truck for 5 minutes as they chased him. The judge telling the court he would stop talking himself for a full minute. There was silence. He then said that was just a fraction of the time that Arbery was chased. Travis McMichael, who fired the shot and killed Arbery, his father Gregory McMichael,
that's what makes this so hard for me.
Both
the
Travis
fear
McMichael and his father were
I know he
sentenced to
felt
life in
as he
prison
was
without
running for his
parole.
life.
And William Roddy Bryan, the neighbor who was with them, who shot this video, was the only one who the judge said showed any concern in the moments after that deadly shooting. He was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years. The court hearing from Ahmaud Arbery's family, his sister, and his mother, who said the men showed
I just want the grilled chicken breast and some fries.
So they do not deserve leniency either. ABC's Steve Osunsami leading us off tonight from Georgia with what the judge said.
Inside the South Georgia courtroom, the families watching from their seats were praying as the judge began to read.
As to Travis McMichael. Mr. McMichael.
No, finally getting some justice.
Sentences you as follows. Count 1, malice murder, life without the possibility of parole.
State law
You punk motherfucker, that's what you deserve. And with that being said, let me pause this for a split second because I want to say something to y'all. You know, I'm satisfied with the fact that these men are going to prison for what they done. You know, I can't really expect nothing more. But just think, man, the police knew of this, knew of the video, and if that video hadn't got out to society, none of these men would be going to prison. None of them. They hadn't even been fucking arrested. Excuse my language. They hadn't even been arrested. When that video came out and made it out to the world, they hadn't even been arrested. The police knew of it, and they hadn't been arrested. But hey, justice is now being served.
To allow them to be eligible for parole after 30 years. But for Travis McMichael, who fired the fatal shot, and his father, Gregory, a former police officer, the judge refused parole. They will die in prison.
That's what they need to do.
My son, because they didn't want him in their community.
The man was just out jogging.
They chose to treat him differently than other people who frequently visited their community.
In a powerful moment, Judge Timothy Walmsley sat in silence for one of the 5 minutes that Ahmaud Arbery ran for his life. And he said that this piece of video helped make up his mind, seeing the son and his father turn their backs on the young black man who was dying in the street.
His death should force us to consider expanding our definition of what a neighbor may be and how we treat them. I believe that assuming the worst in others, we show our worst character.
Because he cooperated with investigators, the judge decided that 52-year-old William Roddy Bryant will be eligible for parole after serving 30 years. He recorded the video of the killing.
Mr. Bryan isn't the one who brought a gun. He was unarmed.
Outside
he chased him, though.
Friends and family of the victim
he chased him. He blocked him off. That's why he turned back around.
Arbery's mother, who tearfully spoke in court, called today a victory for justice.
I sat in that courtroom for 5 weeks straight. But I knew that we would come out with a victory. Yes.
You had to.
I never doubted it.
But then again, I don't know. You know what I mean? Them pigs that beat Rodney King, none of them got charged with nothing.
Civil rights violations.
But this is just progress. You know, it shouldn't have took this long. Because this is what I'm going to tell y'all. And that people act like they don't understand.
His point was made.
This is not a white country. America is not a white country.
It was a powerful way.
Black people been here just as long as white people. And the natives been here longer.
And the judge pointed out that much of the reason why he was being
America is a melting pot. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it should be. It's the
Against
land of
these
the
same
free.
three
Everybody
men
wants to come here.
begins exactly a
So
month from tonight. David,
I have no problem with foreign people. You know what I mean?
We turn next here this Friday night to the
I
deadly
never
storm
wanted to
slamming
see the
into the
wall
east.
built or
Several
none of
inches
that kind of
snow
shit
and
because
treacherous
that is what
driving in some
America's
places.
supposed to
Tonight,
be.
the brutal cold
Everybody
and
wants
now
to
the threat of
come here.
black ice in the coming
And it's
hours.
because we're
Crews
supposed
in
to
New
be the
Jersey
land
racing
of
to
the
clear
free.
roads before their commute. A fatal accident in Massachusetts. A pickup truck going off